Hey everyone, this is a review of the cybie from Tiger Electronics, or Hasbro, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's a really cool robotic dog pet toy. It was made in 2000. It's got loads of features. It's got lots of tricks. This is probably one of the most advanced robot dogs besides the ABO from Sony. But this is probably the second most intelligent one. Well, of course, there's like 3 or 4 different kinds of the ABOs, but there is Ice Ivy's the next one. Um, it's gonna be hard going over all the tricks because he has so much. Um, he runs on a rechargeable battery pack, which look like these. There, you can use nickel metal hydrate, or you can use a NiCad. They come with the black NiCad batteries. Yeah, this one's not. This battery actually works. We just took it apart because we were gonna try and turn alkaline into this battery case, but that didn't work out very well, so we just kept it. um, I've got 4 of them, but one of them's fried out at the moment. I'm gonna be sending it to Kevin soon. I also lost the foot pad spring for it as well, but that's not important. This is a review. You might be wondering, why is this black? I've never seen a black before. Well, back then you could buy shells or order them offline, sellers or whatever. You could buy different colors for them. And I got this off eBay a year ago, in July 2013. There's different colored shells. There's like white shells, there's silver, there's clear. There's a lot of colors, but they're hard to find now. And dogs are hard to find, in general these days. Well, you can find them, but it's hard to find everything complete with them. The first generations came in like a styrofoam type of box, a cardboard box. And it came with a charger, battery, dog, and remote. And then the second ones came with the walk-up charger, which was better. When the battery and the new card, the card indicates when it's low. They have infrared sensors on both the charger and the dog. So when it's low, the charger will try to bring the dog over to it, and he'll walk until he finds it, which can take quite a while. He can spend like an hour looking for it and still, fail. So you might need help. He's not as intelligent for that, but it's okay. It is 2000 robots, so I guess it's good enough for 2000. Also, the tail does not work on this black one. And he's going to sleep right now because I'm ignoring him. His eyes color change. They can change from red to yellow to orange to green, depending on his mood. He's got happy, he's got hyper, he's got sad, he's got angry. Emotions that a real dog has. And he went to sleep here. Yeah. When you put the battery in, you have to you have to close the door, else he won't turn on. Well, his eyes will blink, and then when you close the door, you hit the head, and that starts him up. If he doesn't, then you've got a problem with it, because there are some times where they won't start up. But that's an error that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to start up, and sorry, my memory cut me off on there. When you leave him alone, he'll do some tricks depending on the mood he's in. It depends, but he responds to clap commands wherever the sound is coming from. He'll try and look for it and walk towards that direction. He's got sound sensors all over him. Like, he's got 2 on the front and 2 on the back here where you see these. Those are sensors, and he's got one on his head too. So he can identify if a sound is coming straight in front of him. And then he's got a bunch of infrared sensors. Well, there's vision sensors, there's infrared sensors, there's, full of interactive buttons. This is supposed to be for when you pet him. See, he's supposed to be wagging his tail right now, I believe. which it can't because it's broken. It only stays up. So, but I want to show you the robot dog before the battery actually dies, because the batteries that it comes with are crap. It's a NiCad battery, and we know those batteries aren't very good. So, I think charging time, I always only used to charge these batteries for like 2 hours. I just had it charging on the charger. Let's see. I plugged in at like 9 or 10. It's almost 3. He got off the charger about 15-20 minutes ago. So his battery life is almost already dead. He lasts like almost only 30 minutes. So you gotta have a lot of batteries if you want to get a lot of play out of him. Because his battery does not last very long. You can get batteries that last a lot longer though. I don't know what the first time you get this dog, like brand new out of the box, you're supposed to charge the battery 10 hours, and then the future charges are supposed to be 6, 4, 3, 2, whatever. But the first one is supposed to be 10, or else the battery might not work. Yeah. And you've got to charge it often if you use the dog, because if you leave the battery out for like 2 years and not use it, it's probably not going to charge anymore. So, it's got a couple buttons on its back, and then its nose is a button. That scolds him, so he pees, and it makes him sad. This is the start button, or the, I don't know what all they do. This one makes him sit and stuff. Oh, see, his microphones are really good. Like, they hear good. See, he heard something from this direction, so he's trying to find it. And if he sees something, he'll stop, or he'll back up. This is what his remote looks like. The remote takes 2 AAA batteries. They actually die quite often. Like, they'll probably die like once a month, because I guess the remote is always on, because I have changed this thing, and every month or something, the remote ends up dying. So there's a pause button, a large button. It's got 12 buttons. This is nothing like the basic robot dogs you see today. No, this is much more advanced. I mean, you don't see much remotes like this with a bunch of advanced looking numbers. There's a bunch of single buttons, and then you can make combinations, I guess. I'll show you more of that. When you get him, you get about 2 or 3 instruction charts or something. Like, if you get the walk-up charger, you'll have a third chart, because it'll talk about the charger, the regular manual, and then a chart that shows some of his tricks and all that, how to activate them, and all that. Oh, stop going to sleep, you're wasting time. So, like, this isn't something you can just, like, push buttons and it's gonna do something. It's not like the RoboPet where a button's gonna make it do something. This is much more advanced, because when I first got my blue one, I actually put the video on my channel, Jogan Videos, and I did not know how to use it. I kept locking it up into modes, and I didn't know what it was doing. So, yeah. So, like, 6 is, like, wag tail, which, of course, this one cannot do that. And I think the battery's dying in this thing. And, a 4 enters trick mode. Like, it's got modes where you can do clap commands. Certain amount of claps will make it do a certain trick. Like, it says right here, dance. You're supposed to clap 3 times. 2, scratch here. 4, give a paw. These ones with the thing in the middle, you clap 2, pause, clap once. So yeah. Oh my god. This is probably the most annoying thing about cybie, is that he always goes to sleep. He's just not in a happy mood. When he's in, like, the sad mood, he constantly goes to sleep. He'll tell you what expressions he's in, not only using his eyes, but physically, he'll tell you. Like, if his head is down, he'll be sad. If he's sick, would you please shut up? If he's sick, one eye will be red, the other will be green, or something like that. When he's happy, his head will be up. Like, I think when he's hyper, his head will be up and his mouth will be open. And his tail will wiggle and be in a certain position, depending on his mood. But, of course, since this one's broken, he can't really do that. So, yeah, 4 enters trick mode where he clapped. I'll show you a little bit of that here. He does push-ups first, and then he'll enter trick mode. And he has a hard time. He's supposed to have voice mode where he'll respond to your voice, but I haven't gotten that to work. There's so much things I haven't accomplished, like advanced mode and voice mode. I haven't gotten those to work, so I only know about the clapping mode and the combination. Okay, I'll try and give him a command. See, and when he doesn't understand, he'll shake his head no. When he understands the command, he'll bark that many times. Let's see if he heard you correctly. Alright, see, I tapped or clapped 3 times. He barked 3 times, so he understood my command. And that activated the dance command. We'll try and get him to do the headstand. When he's in hyper mode, he'll like walk really funny. He'll like do a dance type of walk where he'll shake and his head will shake, and it's really fun to watch. Okay, so we'll try to do headstand. There we go. We should do it now. I think it's better tapping him because he can't hear the clap commands very well. See, there he goes. He's got a guard mode as well, which I believe is number 8. But I don't remember how to get him out of that mode whenever it happens. I'm sure it's obvious, but I just don't look at that very much. To get out of trick mode or advanced mode, you just press the 12 button. That will exit the mode. You might have to push the buttons a couple of times because his IR sensors are sort of weak. It's most likely the remote though, but his sensors are pretty weak for the infrared because it's not very bright. So I mean, if I'm aiming it right here, he can't identify it. I mean, it's even close to him, and he just yeah. 5 is bad boy. He'll pee, and that'll make him sad. 3 is good boy, where he'll pant and bark. And he's doing a random action because he's alone. He's not being interacted with. He's supposed to be able to interact with other robots from this company as well, like the Poochies and the Meowchies and another cybie, which I haven't tried that out yet. 2, he'll sit, and, you know, it's just... 1, he'll bow down. And then after you figure out all the commands, there's more to him. See, one of these buttons, like 10 or 11, is like the advanced mode. Like the chart will say, I'm sure you'll have an instruction if you have one, but my review on this dog isn't very good. I made one like almost a year ago, and it was bad. I just ended up deleting it. So yeah. Yeah, so I'll show you how to activate more tricks now. He has 2 demos where he'll display all of his tricks. Well, he'll display half of them in one and half in the other, and I'll show you that. We'll push. The first demo is 10, 1, large button. He'll beep after every command. See, now he's in trick mode, or he's in demo mode. This is supposed to pause him when you want to pause him. When he's when he's stuck, you can pause him so he doesn't break himself. And then the large button, I think it like stops him or something. I don't use it very much. I either have it going on by itself without, giving it attention, or I put it on demo mode, or have it, yeah. I don't use much of the remote. Only for specific things. I don't use everything on the cybie for now, since some of them I don't know what to do. Like the voice command mode. I don't think that works very well because I've never gotten it to work. And you're supposed to be able to program it. You have to train him as well. I guess he's supposed to learn them over time if you keep trying. So yeah, he is pretty realistic. I mean, he's really flexible too, obviously. He's probably gonna die here in the middle of this, so that's why I'm trying to show you these demos now before he dies. He walks very well too. He's good at walking, but when he comes up to obstacles, he's not that good. He'll try to turn from him, but sometimes he can't. An obstacle has to be directly in front of him to back up and then turn. Which I'll show you the roaming autonomous mode if he doesn't die before then. He's got a sensor on his nose too. These tricks can go on for a while. He does a lot of tricks. His eyes blink the whole time on these modes. There is some I'm not going to show you, like when you push 10-4 large button, that will mute him on or off. 10-5 large button will enable auto listen. 10-6 large button disable auto listen. 10-7 large button using voice command. 10-8 large button using sound command. 10-9 large button, 9 large button, clear all trained words. So yes, he is trainable then, and you can. These things are sort of hackable. You can like program them, because people have done it before. And then okay, it's the end of demo 1. I'll show you the other one. 10. Unless he froze up, I don't know. Sometimes he freezes. 10-2 large button. His tricks can be very impressive, especially for a robot toy. Hopefully he'll probably run dead in this review, and I'll show you what he's like with the walk-up charger, because he'll probably run dead here in a little bit. Yeah, he's got lots of sensors everywhere. Most of the time you'll find these on eBay listed as no battery or charger or remote. Yeah, army crawl. That's basically what I call this. Yeah. This is the car door too. I forgot to mention that. He has a micro card in him, or a cartridge. I think that he needs it to turn on. It doesn't, like, the walk-up charger isn't really different. This is actually a walk-up charger chip, so when he's dead, it'll indicate to charger. His normal chip, when he's dead, which I'm sure everyone knows, he'll put his legs behind his back, and he'll wait for you to take the battery out. Sometimes when the battery's dead outside of the dock and you plug it in, he'll cry 3 times. And his eyes will flash different colored patterns that indicate that he's dead. Oh, that's the end. Okay, I'll show you some of the free roaming autonomous mode now, which is 10, 3, large button. And here he's on autonomous. He goes for like 5 minutes, I think. because he went around the kitchen and he stopped. I thought it was continuous, but no, it's like 2 or 5 minutes, I think. We'll have him head towards the pod chair so you can see how he backs up and stuff. See, he tries to turn. Like I said, he's not the best sometimes at this. He tries. And sometimes some cybies are old and wore down and they can't walk as good, so then they really struggle. Like my gold one doesn't walk very well. Yeah, see, it doesn't always work good. It probably doesn't work good because this is it's soft. You can't see it very well. Again, his sensors aren't very good. If they were to make them again now, I'm sure they'd be really good. There's actually supposed to be an X cybie, which would retail in a lot of different colors. And then there was supposed to be a Z cybie, which are all dogs. They all look the same, just different colors, and they had different programming in them. New tricks. They're, programmable, and they came with new things, new types of chargers and all that. And then there was supposed to be an cybot and an X cybot, which I don't know much information about this, but Kevin is the one who found this out, 0635. I'll have him see my hand here. See, he backs up because it was directly in front of him. Yeah, and that's how he turns. That's probably not the best way for him to turn, though. See, I wish he turned a different way when he did that, but he's old, so it's like he gets a better grip on carpet than he does. This is the one robot dog toy that actually will work on carpet. Most robots don't work on carpet. The cybies do, which is good because he lifts his legs off the ground really well. Because his feet are just designed really well. I mean, his feet, he has springs in them. He has retractable paws. It's like when they're like, see, they retract, so they're good at walking. He's nicely built. They definitely did good with him. Now, this is what he does in his autonomous mode. He'll just walk, avoid obstacles, and he'll just shake his head a little. You see, he sees the couch. He's going to try and get away. End of his autonomous mode. That wasn't really 5 minutes now, was it? I don't think that was 5 minutes. Okay, so no, it's actually less than 5 minutes, so I think the longest it goes for is 5 minutes, though, but that seems about like 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, batteries ran dead. He barked, and his head rose up. So I cannot show you anything else. His batteries are now low. If the charger wasn't on, he'd be sitting here spinning the whole time like this. That's what he does when he's dead. With the regular chip, he'll put his legs behind his back, like I said before. Soon, this will get the infrared signal from the dog, and it'll start flashing those lights in the middle here. Let's see. Hopefully it'll turn on here. Because he's going to keep spinning until it turns on. Oh, there it goes. There's the lights. They're flashing. See? And there he is trying to walk towards it. It takes him a while, like I said before. You're not even close to it yet. Okay, see, there's stuff blocking it. Its signals are being blocked a little bit by all of these chairs. I think it has to be a really free environment. I don't know. Because, see, he's backing up and all that. He's going to go until he gets on there. The charger has to be against the wall. Like, you might even have to put a nail through it. It has nail hooks on the back of it so you can stabilize it. because the charger is so light that the dog would just kick it over and stuff, and he will never get on it. Yeah, so the charger, like, even if the dog is not dead, when you hit this manual button, it'll automatically send a signal to the dog to come over and charge, even when it's not dead. You can push that, so it comes and charges. Yeah, this guy turns a lot. And here's the infrared signals that tell the dog to come over. The charging dock, it connects to his chest right there. Like I said, it takes him quite a while, especially when he starts heading towards the walls and starts turning the opposite way. That takes him quite a while. It actually needs the original charger to plug it in. The newer dogs were supposed to run with a regular AC adapter. He'll eventually get on here, though. When he's done charging, he'll burp and he'll walk off of it. His tail is supposed to wag almost the whole time, but of course his is broken. So no, see, this is the problem. He just turned around, so now he's gonna blow this turn, I think. Okay, here we go. He's getting on. See, it has to be against the wall, otherwise he'll keep pushing it. See, he's getting close. He knows he's close. He'll back up a little bit just to, position himself. He'll eventually get on. It'll take him a while, but he'll do it. See, Here we go. Keep watching. He's going to get on eventually. It might take him a couple of times. It can take probably about 20 times before he gets it right, because it's so lightweighted that he's pushing the charger. He's just going to keep backing up and repositioning himself until he gets on. He'll get there, though. He did it earlier, so. See, it's not the dog that's cheap, it's the walk-up charger. It's really lightweighted and cheap, so. Okay, he's on, okay? And there we go. Now, until it's gonna blink until it's charged. Its eyes will blink and the charger will blink. Alright, so that's... So see, there's how the walk-up charger works, and when he's done, he'll burp and walk off, and he'll turn around until he's not even facing it, which was really cool. Because it's weird, because he doesn't really calculate how much he needs to turn if he's like right there, but when he gets off the charger, he actually knows when he's not, directly in front of it. So yeah, that's a lot about the cybie. There's a lot more, but if you look through your manuals, you'll see everything. See, he's got sick mode, he's got sleepy. It tells you what actions he does and what he looks like and what color his eyes are when he's in that mood. Hyper is when the room is noisy, hard to move. Happy, sad, and yeah. Position when he's dead. And here's these numbers are telling you here's what it does on what numbers make it do what. Like 1 makes it bow, 2 makes it sit down, 12 exit mode, small button pause, large button stop, enter. 11 enter train voice mode, 10 enter advanced play mode, 9 enter listen mode, 8 guard mode, 7 stay, 4 enter trick mode. So yeah, he's a cool robot. I just wish the battery life was longer, because eventually this battery won't hold the charge too many more times, especially since it only lasts 30 minutes. You can go to Battery Industries, though, take that battery in, and they can make you a new one. They've done that before, but too bad we didn't know that it would work with the nickel metal hydrate, because we chose them to make a nickel metal NiCad battery, which is what it has, and that battery was like $40, and it died because I didn't charge it in so long, and I only charged it for like 2 hours, and I guess it's supposed to charge longer, because that battery was supposed to last at least almost 2 hours, but it died completely after a while. But you can take these batteries in, and they can make you a new one for like $40-$60. I don't know if the price went up these days. Probably did because everything's going up these days. But yeah, so when these batteries die, you can get them replaced. They'll make one for you. I don't think they'll give you your old one back. But if it's dead, of course you won't need it back. But when we took that, I only had the blue one at that time, so I only had one battery. And they took my black battery, and it wasn't even dead yet. It still worked, and I never got it back. So yeah, and I think you can get some that will last a while. I think the longest these docks can last is like 2 hours, so 2 or 3 hours. So, but charging time would be quite a long time. If it's already 6 hours to charge a 30-minute battery, I can't imagine how long it takes to charge those batteries. Oh, that's a nickel metal hydrate, but I don't know how long it lasts because there's no label on the battery. Yeah, but the battery is the most stressful thing about this robot dog because it constantly dies and all that. That's why I never used these things. They're cool, but I can never use them. They were pretty much a shelf display. And now that I finally have the walk-up charger and 4 batteries, I think all my batteries are dead though. So I'm gonna have to sometime when I get a little bit more money go to Battery Industries and have them make 4 more because these aren't gonna last too much longer. They're old batteries. So I'm not sure what else there is to say about the cybie. Ratings is probably a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 because he is very cool. I mean, I guess he's not a full 10 out of 10 just because the battery and because sometimes his sensors aren't good at seeing obstacles, but he's old, so I guess that doesn't really count. I shouldn't really say that about it. They are quite durable, I think, because they don't have that many problems, but sometimes they're so old now that they're starting to get problems. Like, they won't turn on. Sometimes they'll fry for no reason. That's what happened with the gold one. His circuit board is fried or something because he won't turn on. Well, his infrared sensors will blink, but that's it. I mean, he won't start up or anything. So he's probably fried. And I never used that one. I've never had problems with that one, and it just died. So these dogs are getting old, so they're just starting to die by themselves by not even being used. So 2000, it's been almost been already 15 years for them, like 2015. Yeah, 1 year left, and they'll be 15 years old. I'm guessing because I believe they are 2001. If they're not, they're 2001 for sure. Yeah, it's 2001. Okay. Yeah. 2001. My bad. Close enough though. It was probably introduced in 2000 though. That's what they usually do, and it was probably in toy stores in 2000 or toy fairs, and then 2001 is when they released it. Maybe I don't know, but I'm sure they were advertised in 2000. So also when cybie falls over, he can get back up by himself, just like the RoboPet. Um, you can also change cybie's personality if you get the programmable chip, which is very rare and hard to find. But there's actually one on eBay, but you need a PC for it, not a laptop. Or, yeah. But I think that's everything about the cybies. If not, if you have more questions about it, comment below. And, because I know somewhat about these dogs, but if you have a question, just post it in the comments and I can get back to you. And I think that's it.